I want to offer you today a place where you can truly relax. I know how in my own experience I often struggled with really slowing myself down and giving myself a break, giving myself some grace. So please, if you're just looking for some rest, for some relaxation, for some chillness, use this video today to just unwind, to for a moment put no pressure on yourself to be anything or to get anyone or to get anywhere. Let's use this space, this time space today to invest in some relaxation, in some surrender, so that when you in a sense go out into the world again, that you are refreshed, that you have recharged your batteries, that you truly gave yourself this opportunity to just chill for a moment. It doesn't have to be complicated. But usually because our mind keeps feeding us all of these narratives, all of these stories, it's like a monkey swinging from one swing to the next, and it doesn't want to let go of the previous swing. It like wants to keep the momentum. But sometimes it's just good to drop all of it, to drop all of your thoughts, to drop all of your ideas, even if it feels for a brief moment like you're losing something, you're losing your sense of control. Allow that to be okay. Allow that fear to be there, but just relinquish control just for a moment. You can go back to controlling after this video, but just set the intention, if you will, to just clear the playing field, to just reset, to just relax. Let go of all pressures, let go of all shoots, and just come back to the natural space of being, where nothing needs to be done, where you already are naturally who you are. You already are who you are. You don't have to do anything to try and become yourself. You already are. And you can find great peace in this, my friend, by just recognizing, noticing that you always already are. And this doesn't take any effort or striving on your behalf. It's just awaiting your recognition, your attention, for you to recognize the very obvious fact that you actually are. But it's usually not that obvious, is it, that we already are? But if we make that fact, and it is a fact, if we make that more obvious to ourselves, make it super obvious, I am, I exist. And let that light, let that shine through all of your relative perceptions and dualities and fears and striving, and actually notice like, hey, I'm already here. You could say you're already there. You were always already there. Seemingly you have tried all of those things in the world, getting somewhere. But where did you actually ever go? You went nowhere, which just is a different way of spelling now here. And it's good. I'm all about, like, in a sense, becoming greater and clearer and more precise and carving yourself out and honing your expression, crystallizing your highest possible reflection or expression into creation. But we also do good to remember, in a sense, the I am part of IMX. Where the I am is, you're already whole. You're already one with everything. And everything is here and now. It's just a fact of creation. You exist, you are. One is all is one. Everything is here right now. And whatever you put out is what you get back. And everything else changes except these 4 or 5, if you will, laws. And so find your peace in this. Notice that you already are whole and complete. You already are yourself. And you can just be that. Be that. And by giving yourself these opportunities throughout the day to return to stillness, to return to silence, even if it's just one moment where you take a deep breath, maybe even in a heated situation, and you just let go of everything. And you just notice that awareness that is already present right here, right now. It takes no effort on your behalf, and you cannot stop it. You cannot stop being. You cannot stop being aware. And in that emptiness, in that 0 point, if you will, because it's just empty, but at the same time it's full of infinite potential. There you can really rest. And this is my invitation with this video. You don't have to forever be a Buddhist monk and be at rest. But what I would like to share is that there is great benefit in resting as you truly are. Without all of the thoughts, without all of the ideas on what you are, resting actually as you already are. And that doesn't require any concept or any belief. It's just a clear, direct recognition. You could say it's a direct experience, but it's not an experience as we're usually used to, that requires description and explanation and a story and all of these things. It's naked, it's pure, and it's too simple to put into words. But you know this all too well, because it is that principle that knows. Wherever you go, whatever experience you have, all that you know is that you know it, that you are aware of it, that in a sense there's an awareness that cognizes or recognizes the experience. And by recognizing that awareness, you become free from from this entire play. And that gives you great freedom in the play as well, to play more boldly and freely. And then maybe you get tangled up a little bit in the play too much. You take it maybe too serious, or you don't take it too serious at all. And then you just return in a brief moment, a few seconds. Suck all of the oxygen out of your mind, out of your ideas, and you just, in that vivid, lucid, naked awareness, you recognize the fact that you are. Just that. And then notice how the mind may be instantly after, oh, it's this, oh, it's that. It's not this, it's not that. It's an ancient method called neti neti, but you can just be like, it's not this, it's not that, it's not an experience, it's not this X, it's not that X. It is I am. And it contains everything you seek for, because that I amness, that awareness, that beingness is whole. It's one and it's all, and it contains everything. So, I know I've been speaking a lot. I hope you've been able to rest throughout all of this. And if not, just feel free to replay the video until it becomes clear to you that all the words that I'm using, that I'm voicing, they are pointing back to your own inner being. So it's not necessarily about the words that I use, but about the direct recognition that it evokes for you. So it doesn't just become another teaching or another philosophy or even another experience. It becomes something intimate to you, to your true recognition of yourself. And wouldn't you like true recognition of yourself? True stability, so that you can actually answer the question when someone asks you, who are you? That you can actually know that, and not answer from a concept, but that you can actually know yourself directly, not through concepts, not through experiences, not through story, not through labels, through directly recognizing yourself and making that more obvious, making that more consistent in a sense. Taking those brief moments throughout the day, like this one, where you just drop all stories, all ideas, and you just keep returning back to, what do I know? Am I aware? And just time and time again, answering that in a sense directly, in your own direct experience. And just practice. Just practice. Just have the intention to recognize, to see yourself more clearly as you have ever seen yourself, without all of the stories, without all of the thoughts. Just really, truly, as you are and as you have always been, whole and complete, and nothing that could ever happen in this dream world or could ever touch or change the underlying fact that you're already whole and that you're already complete. Don't you want to be aware of this? Don't you want to know this more intimately? Don't know it as a concept, as an idea. I'm whole and complete. Great start, don't get me wrong. But you want the conviction of it, the knowing of it, so that even if challenging circumstances arrive in your life, which for sure they will, this earth is a challenging game, you could say, or a challenging school, or a curriculum, if you will. These challenges will arise. But can you, within these challenges, remain whole, remain unified, remain in integrity? Can you remain true of the underlying facts? Can you know your true self so intimately that even if something terrible would happen to you, if you would be nailed to a cross, or if you would be publicly ridiculed, it wouldn't change you knowing the facts, your own direct experience, which is not a belief, which is not a thought, which is not an experience. Again, you can say it's a direct experience, a direct knowing, a gnosis of who you are. And in this gnosis, you will find all the peace. Even if the world and the appearances and the dreamscape is turbulent, you'll be the center, the eye of the storm, if you will. The center of the circumference. And you will be true to yourself. You will actually be yourself, without filtering that through ideas or concepts. This is the I am part of IMX, the self-realization. And from a place of recognizing who you truly are and resting as that, chilling as that, chilling as you actually are, just relaxing, not indulging in the anxious and frantic mind too much, just not minding it. It's fine if it's anxious, if it's frightened, if it's doubtful. You are not the mind, you are the one who is aware of it. So just let it be. Don't mind it, don't touch it, don't grasp and don't reach. Just be as you already are, as intensely and as purely as you can, and as often as you can throughout the day. Even brief moments of just silence, of just pure, true self-recognition, self-realization, realization of the self, of the me, of the I. That's it for today's video, my friend. Feel free to return to this video every time you need a little permission slip or some reminders to find some rest, to find some ease, to find some truth with a capital T, something that you can actually know. Because if you're really being honest right now, all that you know is that you are. That's all that the extent of your knowing reaches to, like true knowing with a capital K. Not a relative knowing, which for sure we can get into, but like real knowledge, what you can truly know beyond the shadow of a doubt. You can know that you are. And the direct knowledge of that will give you great freedom and great access also to express your acts and to express free from all the limitations that you feel you have experienced now in your dream. Once you recognize that awareness, that 0 point, that I amness, from that wide open space, you have again access to full infinite potential. And then you just choose what feels most natural to you, what feels most true to you. And that is your X, that is your self-actualization, the purifying and aligning of your expression. And these together, the I am and the X, form the IMX game. Sometimes you play, you express, you refine, and then you're okay, maybe I need to rest a little bit. Let me go back to what is really true. And then just resetting, refreshing, and then you're totally refreshed. And then you go out and play again. And those two merge and overlap until it becomes a natural balance in between self-recognition, in between, you could say, meditation and play. Meditate and play. Inward, outward. And they will truly merge until you see that even those seeming opposite things are just one and the same. just like you and me, and our sense of awareness is exactly the same. It's a whole and it's complete. So recognize it as often as you can. Use anything necessary to give yourself these reminders to take a break from the thoughts, from the stories, to just recognize what you know for true. And just rest as the truth. Just let the truth do all the work. Just recognize truth, and then just rest as truth, and then recognize again the truth, and then rest as truth. And just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. That's it, my friend. Feel free to book a one-on-one with me if this is too vague or if you don't quite get it yet. They're donation-based. You can find the link in the description. Also, feel free to share whatever is alive for you or what insights you got from this in the comments down below. And feel free again, as I said prior to this, use this space, use this permission slip as often as possible. Just remember that in a sense, I am pointing to the moon, and it's not about the pointers, the words, it's just what I'm pointing to. And only you can recognize that clearly for yourself if you want to use your free will to recognize what you actually are. Have true self-knowledge. And have fun with this, my friends. Meditate and play, or rest and play, chill and play. All different words of saying, I am X. I'll see you in the next video, my friend. Take care and stay true. Much love.